Welcome to Live with the IAL. I'm Corine Lewis, Director of Entertainment. And with me today is our COO of the International Arena League, Tom Mitchell.
How do I get in there? There we go. Hi,
Hey,
Corine.
Tom.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. We're enjoying some great weather here, so I'm
Well,
enjoying
yeah,
being back in Vegas for a little while.
we're having a little better weather in Chicago too, so that's nice. No more snow. Yeah, so this is great. I know our fans love it when they get to hear from you. So let's go. What do you want to talk
Yeah.
about?
Listen, we got a lot happening. I think there's a lot of news coming out about definitely all the progress our coaches are making. Obviously, the announcement of I think they covered it, the announcement of Tom Fasanelli last week, and then the announcement of our tryouts. And so most of these teams are pretty much packed, right? We've got most of the teams have their starters rounded out and a lot of players rounded out, but each one still runs a tryout to try to find that diamond in the rough.
Right.
And so, those coming up now, I think we've got a full schedule of when that's going to be. What we've done, it looks like Pennsylvania's going to kick it off. They're going to do it on Monday. So the 16th will be Pennsylvania's open tryouts.
Nice.
The following weekend, 21st, we're going to have Zurich, Arizona, and Utah all go on the same Saturday.
Right.
So various parts of the U.S. and then over in Switzerland, players can go try out. The next day on the 22nd, February 22nd, will be Stuttgart. And then we'll go jump to the next weekend, round out with Dusseldorf, Cincinnati, Glasgow, and Las Vegas, all holding tryouts that weekend.
Wow.
And then England is going to hold theirs mid-March on March 14th. So I think, listen, these guys have done a great job hiring players, signing players.
Right.
We've got some big names, and we know it's irritating some of the other leagues as these guys are jumping over from the other leagues and joining the IAL.
Not that we're surprised. We predicted
No, I think it's a smart move. I mean,
this.
listen, these guys now get a chance. Listen, this is the vision. These guys now get a chance to go play in all these big markets across the U.S. and jump over and play in Europe,
Right.
see the world and see the globe, and then kind of grow with us. So I think it's, listen, it's anticipated. But I will say it's a lot of hard work, both from the home office and from our coaching staff and all the work they're doing.
Absolutely.
So pretty happy about that and pretty happy about the way things are turning out right now.
I love it.
It's funny because I think I just saw the guy jump in from Dusseldorf already. And listen, we're getting a big following over there. And
it's incredible.
They're really supporting the team. Greetings to you, Michael. And we appreciate you tuning in and talking. Listen, we're excited. And not only are we excited about the things that are going on, but we're hearing all the little rumors coming from the other leagues and the little things that are going on. And it's really kind of funny.
Do tell, Tom. Do tell.
Yeah, I mean, listen, our team is building, right? And I tell all of our team, just keep promoting the experience and the sports entertainment that we're building and everything we spent 2 years to build.
Right.
And it just seems like these guys are running around with their head is imploding and they're trying to figure out what we're doing and why we're doing so good. And listen, all that does is fire us up. So all I did was go out and double our marketing budget, saying, okay, if this is crushing you guys, you're getting ready to have a really bad couple months right now,
right?
Because we're up in everything we're doing. We got a lot of momentum, and having that schedule out there, Dan doing the things he's doing, and the partners we're bringing on, it's pretty amazing.
It is.
So,
well,
I'm really excited about it.
Look, this league is every single time I hear a coach, a new GM, a new person that you're bringing on, I mean, it just gets better and better every single week. It just gets better. And, that's the way you do it. It's the way you've done it from day one. So
I would say we're really good at being relentless and resilient. I mean, we go through, listen, we're growing and we're growing rapidly. I mean, we're starting 6-7 new people almost every week here in the home office,
right?
Growing and building this documentary and the stuff going on overseas. And I know that you're on your way out here for, to hold the big tryouts that we're going to do another big thing. A one-day explosion across the globe, right?
Love it. So excited. So excited. Yeah.
You look at all this and it's just fun. And, this is sports entertainment, and I'm going to really enjoy the games this year. I'm going to enjoy getting out there.
Right.
It's funny that everybody keeps calling me and messaging me, hey, can I get a suite? Can I get a suite? And I tell them, I says, listen, I don't want suites. I always get the front row. So if you want to come down and sit with me in the front row, be my guest.
Right.
But, that's the best spot. I mean, you're in there, you can feel the energy. You hear the players talking, and it's just the best place.
It is.
And I want to be right there watching it.
Yeah, so much fun. Well, do you want to talk a little bit about the dance team audition since you brought it up?
Yeah, I know you do. And so
I
absolutely.
do. I want to talk about it, can we? I love it. So for those of you who have been loyal followers of the Live with the IAL every Tuesday and Thursday, you'll notice that I am now the director of entertainment, and Tom graciously gave me the position of director of entertainment so that I can take over all the dance teams. So,
well, do they know your background, Corine? I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer once you find out what your background is and your resume and your history.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people do, but yeah, my background, I've been in, professional cheerleading, collegiate cheerleading for decades. I was a cheerleader at University of Oregon, the cheerleading coach there for 15 years, cheered in the NBA for the Portland Trailblazers for years, went overseas to Canada, to all over Europe, and taught cheerleading and dance camps and choreographed for different teams all over the world. And so not only was I excited just to be back in football, thank you, Tom, but be back in cheerleading in this amazing arena football. It's amazing to me. And so I'm very happy. But yeah, so what we're doing is we are going to, if anybody is a professional cheerleader, dancer, collegiate, you have to be 18 years of age to apply. Okay. So on the day of tryouts, which is the 21st of February, you have to be 18 years old to apply. Okay. Or audition. So what I need you to do, for those of you who want to audition, you need to go to the IAL football website, ialfootball.com. And in there is going to say dance team auditions. Click on that. You need to fill out the application in its entirety. Okay, you have to load a couple of pictures, do everything it says to do, follow all the steps. Then you're going to go to our YouTube channel at the International Arena League, and you're going to subscribe to that. Those two things have to happen, okay? And what we're going to do is on the 16th, on Monday, Tom is going to load up a video of me choreographing the tryout routine, the audition routine. You're going to have 5 days until that Friday, the 20th, to learn the routine. Okay, that's a really long time, because if you make the dance team, you probably won't have that long of days to learn. But so on Fridays, your last day to learn it. On Saturday, the 21st, we will post where your physical audition will be in one of the 10 markets. You're going to go in person and audition. And we're going to, well, Tom can explain this part, I guess, how we're going to do it. Go ahead, Tom. You can tell him.
So we're gonna run it just like we ran the press conferences. We're going to go across the globe. We're going to have some judges here, and people are going to perform, and we're going to pick dance teams across the globe for every team. And I think you're going to promote one to be like a leader for each team, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We might have a couple celebrity judges across the globe that are maybe some of our media partners want to get involved and be some celebrity judges.
Yes.
Corine, the funny thing is this: we're finally here to this spot. Yeah. And you remember when this all started back in July, and we went to a game. Not going to say which game it was. One of the competitors out there, and we noticed some interesting things were going on with the dance team. And the bottom line is, we said, let's not make some of these same mistakes that they're making, and let's make them part of the action. Let's make them more fun and let them interact with the fans and really be a big part of the entertainment. So a dance team member in the IAL for any one of our teams is going to be a big part of the entertainment and a focal point on event days.
Absolutely.
So I think that it's going to be different, but it's what they're looking for. I think it's what dance team members are looking for, to go out and be part of something and have a great time for the whole game.
Yes, absolutely. And, and sky's the limit. We always say that with the IAL, but in fact it is. And so for those of you who are used to big performances and stuff, you want to audition for this league. You want to audition for one of these teams. And also, if you're a business and you want to sponsor a dance team, we would love for you to do that. And if you want to hire out our cheerleaders to do an appearance for you, you can also get in touch with our league office at IALfootball.com, and you can hire our cheerleaders to come, our dancers to come and do some appearances for you. So there's a lot of things that we're going to do, but I couldn't be more excited. So with that being said, get the word out, guys. If you're just watching, tell everybody in all 10 markets that to be ready for.
You see that? Do you see what goes on at the IAL? Everybody's out promoting, enjoying, having a good time. We're all out there building, and having a good time. That's also great, Corine.
Well, I think Tom came up with a fabulous idea. We're trying to figure out how to do it. But I think, Tom, you had said that you thought that we should have the fans engage in maybe choosing their favorite cheerleader as well.
Yeah, I think we should have the fans tuning in, and I think we should have the fans helping. And then one of the things I don't think you've talked about is, listen, that they don't get paid a lot to do what they do because they love to do it. One of the things we're going to do, which is much differently, is we're going to go ahead and have a contest every game where the fans get to pick the best routine of that week and get to vote. And the team that gets the best responses and the most votes, they'll get paid, like I said, a win bonus equal to what their regular pay is. And so we're doing the same thing for the dance team as we're doing for the players, win bonuses. And I think there's going to be a lot of cool things happening with the IAL.
Look, I've been doing this my whole life. I've never heard that ever being done. So again, an IAL first. Thank you, Tom Mitchell. Yeah. But we love it. So yeah, no, that's great. So yes. Okay. So you know about the auditions, guys. So go to IALfootball.com, get the word out, tell everybody. Okay. We want,
and speaking about contests.
Yeah.
It's been a little while and I've been holding back on this, but Jason, do me a favor, throw up the logo winner from Dusseldorf. There's the logo winner that we picked. It's a guy by the name of Jim Shatman. He's out of Dusseldorf, and so this is the logo that was submitted that we picked as the best logo submission for Dusseldorf.
That is really cool.
He just won himself 5,000 euros.
Wow.
I believe our social media team's already been in contact with him, so we'll make arrangements to go ahead and get that taken care of.
Wow.
And here's the really cool thing. Here's what we want to do. We're not going to say that this is the final logo. We're going to say that this is the best one submitted, and he won his portion of the contest. We're still going to let the fans pick one more time.
Okay.
Do they like the original logo, or do they like this one the best? Which one is going to end up being, on the backdrops? Which one's going to end up being on the helmets? We're going to let you guys decide that.
Michael Klein likes it. Look at, wow, awesome.
Yeah,
Warriors are ready. Michael likes it.
That's great.
Michael, get your friends
joining in. And listen, we love you guys joining in. And as you guys know, you don't see me a lot on this, but I do spend a lot of time talking to a lot of the people behind the scenes and trying to get as much feedback as possible to grow this and to make sure that we're doing as much as we can for the fans. And so, listen, this one came out, and I said, let's put this one. The interesting thing is, it does kind of follow in line with our main brand designer, in that if you look at the eyes, there's still that lighted eye look and that signature that I think, our main brand designer is Casey. And if you look at a lot of our logos, there's something about the eyes in each one of the logos.
He's incredible.
I think this is pretty cool that
it is.
Kind of matches that kind of signature as well for the IAL.
I love it. So so hey,
listen,
join in, pick which one you guys like. Michael, make sure you tell everybody. Tell all your
Cedric Roger. Cedric, man, I don't know where you're coming to us from, Cedric, but thank you. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, I love it. That's so awesome. This is so exciting, and I love how if the fans haven't realized how important they are to us, I don't know what else we could do. You cater to them, and they're everything to us, and we love it so much. So,
well, listen, we started the IAL as disappointed fans. We're business people that used to be involved in arena football, the original league, saw what's happened in the last 15 years and was disappointed at the direction of the sport for the fans and for the players. And so what I wanted to do is get back to, bringing that energy in the building and really making it more about the fans and the event and the experience on game days. And so I think that's what we're building. And I think that I'm looking forward to the next 3, 5, 10 years that we build this and how quickly, our system is that we're building out to really make this sustainable and scalable. So I think what's very interesting, and this, Corine, because you've been here with me for a while now, is even looking back to as recently as September, where we were just getting things started and kind of like the doubters would drown out the enthusiasm. Now the enthusiasm is really drowning out the downers, and we're starting to see a lot more fans rally around each one of their teams and looking forward to kickoff. And I can't wait until April 18th. April 18th is going to be an incredible weekend. Finishing up here in Las Vegas, and it's the start of to find out who the best in the world is.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting. So, Hollywood's usually on here on these Thursdays, and I think he's starting to kind of, he's kind of like, okay, this is getting real now. These guys are gunning for me,
Hey, listen, he's got a target on his back, but it's a pretty big back. And so I think he feels pretty comfortable having that. And he's done a great job building his team. But what I'll say is all the coaches, I talk to them quite frequently, I think. And I'm amazed at how good of a job they're doing. Because, it's not easy starting a franchise and being that first guy in a franchise, right? And I'm looking at the squads that they're all building, and I can see each one of their game plans kind of playing out. And I don't share anything with any of the coaches. I know some people think I do. Some people, I think I have a little favorite in this. But the way I look at it is I got 10 kids, and I want to see all 10 kids do well.
That's exactly right.
Listen, in the end, this is really about the fans and getting the feedback from the fans and the way that we keep growing. Because I'll tell you, the Dusseldorf logo came from feedback, right? The logo contest came from feedback.
Right.
Some of the minor changes that we've already made has come from feedback, and we continue to listen to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love every day hearing some of the complaints coming from our competitors and the stuff that we're doing to grow. And, I just think it's fair. Listen, it's been 2 years, hasn't been always been easy.
No,
but 2 years of building and 2 years of putting this together and 2 years of getting it into place. And now pushing it forward and pushing it out to the people. And you can just start to see it. You can start to see the vision coming to fruition.
It's exciting. I mean, I'm getting messages every day, all the time from different people, just, from all over the world, right? It's incredible. People that don't have a team in their market, they're still IAL fans already. I love it. That's the way.
Well, if you look at some of these storylines, listen, in 2008, I was in one of the other leagues, and, I built a whole sales team around Sia Burley and his success. And I used that to help solve an issue with a team that was struggling in their market. And we did a great job just promoting Sia, building out a champion. And now Sia's out coaching, and he's making moves up there in Salt Lake, and he's got himself a great team. So the Hollywood people know the Hollywood story and how he came to fruition. And as far as the coach goes, but you start to see all these storylines and even where Stuttgart and Dusseldorf are, the following we're starting to get out of Zurich. Everything is just starting to build, and the momentum is amazing.
And speaking of Zurich, we have a special guest from Zurich. I think it's a good time to bring him on. What do you think?
Yeah, let's talk to him.
All right. So our special guest, everybody, is our head coach for the Zurich Ibex, Talib Wise.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
What's cool, what's so great, Tom, is Talib and I met each other for the first time in 2017 in Vienna, Austria. And he was running the football camps and I was running the cheerleading camps. And, Talib, I can remember the very first conversation we had, and it was about your playing history and your coaching history. And I remember being just amazed at you being such, a young guy and the places you've coached and the success you've had. So I was very, very excited when Tom told me that you were going to be in Hallen Stadium as our head coach. So anyway, with that being said, Tom, I'll let you take the wheel here.
Oh, listen, me and Talib have already had some conversations about arena football days. And, they're always fun. And always talking about the wall and always talking about some of his history. And he knows some of these guys as he played, he played back in the real, the tough arena football days when there was energy in a building and had 10, 12, 13,000 screaming fans back then. Yeah. And it was about the fans and it was about, trying to get a career, really trying to get longevity and continue on and get your video out there, maybe to get jump up into, the bigger stage. But and I think he understands the vision of what we're trying to do. And so having him over there in Zurich is starting an organization. I'm looking forward to it. And you know what? We just made a big announcement with him today. We're getting ready to get him over there. And he's going over there full time next week, jumping out to build that team. But he's done a good job so far. I'm looking forward to what he's going to do when he gets over there.
Oh, yeah. How you feeling, Talib?
I'm feeling great. Everything pretty much has been just happening so fast this last maybe 4 to 5 weeks. I spoke with Alonzo. Alonzo, we have our history with the English with Sports camp overseas. And first of all, Corine, I want to thank you for even mentioning my name to even be in a position to be in Zurich. So I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, Tom. And we spoke before, and I played in Arizona. I never envisioned that it would be in Europe, but this is a great game that European fans can enjoy because, first of all, it's inside. They don't have to worry about, the weather conditions. And it's a fan-friendly game where, a fan can touch the players and, be congratulating them or screaming in his ear if he's on the road. So it kind of gives the fans that kind of just that personal relationship with the players, and I think it's a great model. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Corine, one of the interesting things that I want to see how the fans react, because over there they have hockey, they have what we call soccer, which is their version of football. Both of them really are kind of low-scoring games where if you get a 1-goal or 2-goal lead, you kind of feel pretty good about it. So I really want to see how these guys react to a game where there's 95 points and it could come down to touchdowns and 3 touchdowns in the final minute. I want to see them on this roller coaster over the last minute. I want to see how they react to that, because I think that's going to be a story in itself in year one that they've never, they're not used to that. They have basketball, but not from a football standpoint. They're not used to this roller coaster that's about to happen. And watching these coaches strategize to try to score. If you're going to score, they strategize to make sure they don't leave more than 6 seconds or 5 seconds on the clock, because they're going to watch this and they're going to watch all these strategies. Yeah. And I think it's going to blow their mind. I really think it's going to be like, what are we doing? What is going on here? That is going to be the cool thing.
The way they react when the hockey players fight, the way they react, because you had me go to a couple of hockey games and they go nuts when the guys are fighting. Now they're going to watch heads banging the whole game. I think they're going to be crazy. I think they're going to love it.
Well, listen, we've opened up the rules a little bit too to let I've taken some of the stuff out of there that to make sure we minimize some of the penalties. So the one thing Talib is going to find funny is this receiver rule that we have, that we kind of minimized some of the stuff on fan interference. That receiver's got to go get that ball. So if that ball's over the wall, those fans have a chance to catch that ball. That receiver's got to go get it. I think that's going to be I just think this is going to be I can't wait for the first season to play out over there to see how these fans react. Like I said, 95 points a game. And again, when we do this right in the competitive balance across the league, you could see 3, 4, 5 touchdowns in the final minute, and people standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down. I mean, it's going to be crazy. It's a roller coaster. And I think that is going to be something different that they've never experienced before. And so I think that, on top of the fact that it's got that, that the base of American football, high level talent, but Talib's going to do a good job over there training, locals on how to play this game. Oh, yeah. And we're building that sport. And I keep preaching that to these guys. We're building a sport over there.
Right.
We're not doing this for 1 year. We're building the arena football sport over there. And it's a big lift, but we're right around the corner from it.
Absolutely. Talib, I have a question for you. This is kind of putting you on the spot a little bit, but I got to go to each of the arenas in December or November, December. And it was kind of funny. A lot of questions that we got were, how can the fans learn before the games start to understand the game? What can we do for them to kind of pre-learn arena football before the first game, not learn it in the stands? And so I'm putting you on the spot. What do you think we could do over there to get people to somehow have an opportunity to learn the rules, learn the game?
Years ago, I worked in China, and there was a similar type of model. So what we did there, we would go out to the malls, because in Europe, mostly people during the week, they're straight work during the week, and then weekends are more family oriented. So weekends would be better to go to the mall and just do some type of demonstration, and kind of set it up and, kind of explain, have some local players come out so they can see maybe some guys and equipment, and then just kind of, just explain the game. Of course we can't hit due to, insurance policies, whatever, but just kind of introduce them to American football. Once they see the actual ball and it's not a soccer or a basketball, then it gets them more excited to see, in my experience.
I think that's a great idea. I like it.
Corine, let me jump in real quick and tell you a little secret about arena football. We're 40% women season ticket holders. One of the highest in all of sport.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody the reason being is nobody, and I mean nobody, studies all our rules. No fans study all our rules and sits there and analyzes every little play. Yeah. They just watch this incredible thing going back and forth and guys running around hitting each other, the competition, the high scoring. We just enjoy the experience. We go out there, we listen to the music, we watch the pyrotechnics, or people are throwing T-shirts at us, footballs are flying in the stands. You got to pay attention. And I tell everybody, I says, what's really cool is when we do this right, the kids are not going to be playing on their phones. They're not going to be sitting there looking at their phones and be watching this, because they're going to have almost like ADD on what is going on all time. There's no dead moment. Yeah. And so I think that's a thing that they can just come out and enjoy themselves and not worry about the person sitting next to them being a know-it-all, because the person sitting next to them is sitting there doing the same thing. They're sitting there saying and high-fiving each other. This is awesome. This is great. And they're just rooting for their team. They're rooting for their team. They have their favorite players. They're hoping they go out and win the game. But in the end, they're happy they got a T-shirt. They got to talk to the players, take some selfies with the players. It was cool laser show, pyrotechnics, great music. It was just a great time. Yeah. And I think that is what really separates arena football done right apart from a lot of other things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So will you allow them to come on the field right after the game to interact with the?
It's mandated.
Yes.
On-field autograph sessions after the games, selfies with the players, the dancers, walk around. Listen, if you catch a T-shirt, you got to get an autograph. If you catch a football, you got to get it autographed. Right?
We're shooting 100 T-shirts a game to leave at each game.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. This is things that we're doing and why we're winning. To leave. This is why we win. This is why we go out and we focus on what we're building, all of us, right? And I keep saying that. Just focus on what we're building, because we're going to go out and put on the show. Everybody's going to have a good time. If their team loses on the last quarter, they still can't wait to see when the next home game is. When is the next game? Right. Because they're going to see these same people. They're going to see these players and coaches. They're going to see them at the schools. You're going to see them at the hospitals. You're going to see them out in the community, like you said, at the malls. I think that's a very big difference, is the accessibility of our players to our fans.
Mhm.
And I always tell everybody, our fans need to feel like they're part of the game, not that they're there watching it. They need to feel like they're part of the event. And when you do all that, that's fun, man. And that's fun
Yes.
for the players, because now the players are building brands and they're part of something big in their community. It's great for the coaches. It's great for the fans. It's great for everybody. And so I think that is what I've always stuck out with me about the original Arena Football League. You know, back in the day, the players were accessible. Everything was accessible. It was energy in a building, and it was high-end talent. And you saw some of these players in NFL camps every year, right? You saw them latching on to teams in NFL camps, high-end talent. That's what I see for the IAL. To me, we're already there. We're signing some of the big names over here. We're already going to be the premier league for our sport. We got the right coaches in the right places doing the right things. And that's
100%.
how you build these things. That's how you build the organization.
100%.
So stick with what we're doing, man, and put on a show. And that's the fun part.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
Do you have anything to add, Tilly, before we
No, I'm just excited for those who are, skeptical.
You have a big announcement, don't you? Did you get an assistant coach or like a trainer?
Yes. We have,
Who is it?
Safira. We have a head medical trainer, Safira. She will be our head trainer.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's very great, and she's a local. She worked with the Mercenaries a couple years ago, but she's very well respected all around Zurich with the local players and staff. So it's great to have her on board.
Welcome, Safira.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. That's what guys, we're just doing things. We're just moving in the right direction. And that's the cool thing. Just got to keep moving in the right direction. And I'm excited about getting you over there, man. So I'm glad we got you going over this week. And I bet you Holland Stadium's actually really looking forward to meeting you again and getting you over there and everything we're getting ready to do over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Holland Stadium is a great stadium, and I can't wait to get the guys in there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It is.
All
Well,
right,
good luck to you, Coach.
Yeah,
well,
great job,
I'll
Coach.
see you soon.
I appreciate it. Speak to you
Thank
both
you.
soon.
Bye.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm like, is April 18th here yet? I'm ready. Let's go.
You know what you got to do is you got to have some of our staff on one of these days and just go around the room and talk to some of our staff. I'll be honest, as much as enthusiasm I have, I'm always not the easiest guy to work for here, and they all know that, but they all know that we have high expectations, right? So we have very high expectations because we're doing things that nobody's been able to do. They still can't figure out how we're doing it, and it's the team. I mean, Dan's doing an amazing job. He does more than people realize on a daily basis. Dealing with international law firms, international accountants, international immigration firms, all these different pieces that he's putting together to be able to do this in Germany, in Switzerland, in the UK, and in the USA. You know, it's amazing that we're able to do this because some of the people out there haven't. And you know what? We've stayed firm and steady on our vision and our model.
That's right.
You know, the job that you're putting in, all the work that you're putting in, and all the people that you don't get the chance to see, I think you should have a chance to see even more of them.
I think
so they can hear their dailies. I mean, we're building this documentary, but there should be some people here that have been with us from the jump and from the get-go, and to hear from them on all these little nuances to make it more and more real of what we're doing to bring to the fans.
I agree. I'll get together with Jason and Epiphany, and we'll make it happen. How about that?
I like that.
A lot of work.
I like that. And the fans would too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so listen, everybody, there's a couple things we need for you to do. We need you to go to all of our social media platforms, and you need to follow the International Arena League, okay? And each team has their own website and their own social media pages. So if you're new to this is the first time you've heard it, go to the IALfootball.com website, look at who our teams are, and go search out. Okay, you'll won't regret it. You'll love it. We have the most amazing social media team ever. They're incredible, and so go follow all the pages And also, please, please, please go get your tickets. This is the time to do it, okay? And I believe, Tom, they can get their season tickets now, but if they wanted to get individual tickets, it's 2 weeks prior to kickoff. Is that correct?
2 weeks prior to kickoff
Okay.
is when you can jump online to get individual game tickets. What I would tell everybody is get your season tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Because every show is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have a little different flavor to it.
Yes.
And listen, you're rooting, you get season tickets, you're rooting for your team to get to the championship and win it all. And when it does, you get basically 2 seasons for the price of one.
That, again, an IAL first. The only time you're ever going to hear that is here. So
Yep.
Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Very important, okay? We need as many subscribers as possible, so please do that. And with that being said, I think that was a really informative live.
Yeah,
I think that was
listen,
good.
we got a lot covered. I like talking to Coach Wise.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing him get out there. I know you guys see a lot of Hollywood, but there's a lot of great coaches in the IAL that are out there doing just as good work.
Absolutely.
And helping build arena football in each one of their markets.
Yeah, it's exciting, guys. So stick with us. Keep tuning in every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern and 5:30 on Thursdays Eastern. Okay, so 4 p.m. Eastern Tuesdays, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Thursdays. All right.
Get ready to hear us on all kinds of media outlets in your local market, because we're on radio, billboards, and we're on TV coming up. So get ready to hear from us.
Okay, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday from Las Vegas in our league office, okay?
You got it.
Thanks. Bye, Tom.
Bye-bye.
See you later.